So it's another week and another month. This morning came back to record a little bit of voiceover. Then I'm going to practice my talk for tomorrow. It's meant to be about 10 minutes long, so let's give that a go. It's an adaptation of a talk that I gave last year, but that was 45 minutes long, so I've had to quite a lot out of it. Oh, I feel like I'm paying the price for having a fun day yesterday. Today has just been message after call. I think it's a price I pay for spinning lots of projects at once. It means that I have frustratingly spent the day in admin and project management rather than actually doing the projects. Hello? No, that's my info table. Oh, hello. Hello. Don't worry about me.
That's all right. I haven't spoilt it for you.
You haven't spoiled it. You made it better.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
As you.
So it's Friday, heading into London tonight for drinks. But honestly, today have been so fragmented with admin that I feel like I've not made enough progress on the actual project to-do lists. I've just messaged my wife. Agreed that I'm going to work on Saturday because otherwise I just worry about it. So glad I've come in today. I have taken hours just focused on one video, which is now done, mixed out a load of others, which was just a small bit of work, but I just needed to find the time to do it. And now I'm going to work on a couple of scripts. I don't know, it just feels so good to be able to focus on that and make real progress. I took the morning off today to accompany our daughter on a school trip. I think it mattered to her and it's nice to be able to have that flexibility. Oh my god, so it is just 3 hours until we do the Being Freelance book club. My wife is meant to be coming home so that I can get into the co-work space, but none of the trains are working because there's a tree on the line because there's a storm. So I've had to stop cooking the kids' dinner, bundle them all into the car, and we're going to go and rescue her.
Thanks to Owain, Rio and Kate Ferdinand on the way in a bit.
Well, just managed to pick up my wife, get home, feed the kids, feed us, and now get into the co-work space. We can't hear you. Come on, Laura, otherwise I tell you what, when it gets to discussing the book, it's going to be one hell of a game of charades. I was nervous as to whether anybody would show up, and then I thought, it'll be fine even if it's just a few of us. But actually, there was 20 of us, and everyone was just so lovely. It was really nice. It was like having a meetup, just getting to talk to people who you see online but you don't normally get to talk to. But actually having the focus of a book, that helped. And it was interesting hearing everybody's views. I hope they enjoyed it. I did. I've got loads of client projects on the go at the same time at the moment. and I was about to create a new Trello board to try and get them all in order when I remembered that Amanda is so organised with Trello that she now sells Trello templates to help you get organised. So I thought, rather than just muddle through with my own creation, I would check out how she uses it. And it's really interesting, like there's a mode in Trello called Butler, like an automation thing that it can do. Never knew that existed. Just had a call with Ingrid, who is a freelance legal expert, about getting a contract put in place for a particular project that I'm about to work on, which I think has some potential issues that I want to make sure are covered. Anyway, she was amazing. She was brilliant to talk to. You know, I thought I was going to have quite a quiet start to the year. A big project that I normally work on had been taken away from me, and I thought that was going to be a bad thing. But actually it's turned out to be a good thing. I'm working on different projects where we get to be more creative. And so I told myself, do you know, next time something comes in, do not say yes immediately. Think about it. Get back to them a day later, maybe 2 days later. And I did that. I said no. They asked me to do something. I told them where to go. I said no. It's the first proper day of half term, but actually it's the one day that my wife has got. It's day 3 of half term. The kids are currently in a camp. I came home just to take in some parcels, also to write the Being Freelance newsletter. I've tried to change it recently. I'm now starting the newsletter with my take on like a news story that I've read and maybe how it relates to freelancing. And I wasn't sure how that would go down, but it's funny. Unlike any other emails I've ever sent out, I'm actually getting replies from people talking about what I wrote about. Also, in the email, I put a thing about how you can support what I'm doing with Being Freelance by buying me biscuits using Kofi. Every time I send an email out, I almost immediately get people doing that, which just goes to show if you don't ask, you never get. Like, if you've ever written a blog post but no one's reading it, are you sharing it enough? If you've ever created a Patreon page or a Kofi page but nobody's supporting you, are you telling people it even exists? It's Sunday, right at the end of half term, but actually the kids have got an inset day tomorrow, so that means they're off school Monday as well. And I've just come in here because I have to do some work for a client. Like, they need a video on Tuesday. We really have to get that finished. I've finally realised and come to peace with the fact that it's okay to work with things because of what comes before it. So a few weeks ago I was working at the weekend, but hey, I'd been in at school, I've been at the vets, I went on a school trip. This weekend I've been on a Sunday, but it was half term last week and the kids are off again tomorrow. It's now 10:15. This video is mixing out, but it's like 9 minutes long and it's quite complex, so it's taking its time. Nearly 11 o'clock, but it's done. And I'm really glad that I've done that. I've not got to worry about it. Tomorrow I can hang out with the kids. The client has got what they need. Like I've said, I don't feel bad about working on a Sunday. I wish I wasn't working this late at night, but hey ho, it's not working down a mine, is it? I've been putting together the audio submission for the British Podcast Awards. Meanwhile, Frankie is working on the visuals and the written submission. And here's the thing about entering awards is that whether or not you end up getting nominated or shortlisted or win, actually sitting there and taking the time to reflect on what you've done and what you've achieved is a cool thing in itself. Just had this situation where I accidentally overwrote an audio file that I was working on, and my instinct was to go back and recreate it, but then I remember the Dropbox has a version history feature, and so sure enough I went into Dropbox and I could see the old version and was able to restore it. Honestly, it would have taken me about 10 minutes to go back and recreate the file myself. All I had to do was click a button. Love that about Dropbox. So I remember last year speaking to a guest on the Being Freelance podcast who takes, I think it was the last day of the month off, and I thought, that's a good idea. So that's what I'm doing. Do you know, I went in feeling lucky that I'm able just to go to the cinema of an afternoon. Not that I've ever done it before, but because of the sort of film it was, I've actually come out just feeling lucky to be living when we live.